First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
You were elected very recently as the Vice President of ALSS.
Yep.
Well, how does that feel, first of all?
Quite surreal still. It did take a little while to sink in, and it was just quite overwhelming that people voted for me and they wanted me to be the next ALS Vice President. But I think it's starting to sink in, and obviously we're going to start in June, so that's probably when it's going to hit me properly. But yeah, really excited altogether.
And what about beating 8 other candidates? How did that feel?
All the other people were so lovely. I was just really excited for the whole evening, and I was just in a state where I thought if any of them win, I'd be really happy for them. And other people were really nervous, but I was not nervous because I knew someone really brilliant was going to win anyway. But obviously when it was me, I was kind of shocked because obviously there were so many other people that could have won. But yeah, obviously I was really honoured and really pleased.
Why do you think they voted for you over other people?
I had quite concrete manifesto points, so free printing and better food in the canteen and clearer communication so students know what's happening in uni and supporting international students. So I think that's probably what drew people towards voting me rather than the other candidates.
What about yourself? Tell us a bit about yourself. So what do you value in life, and what are your hobbies or interests?
What do I value? Well, as I said, I've just been to a human rights conference, and I just really value inclusivity and, having equality, appreciating everyone. I love meeting new people and getting to know them and getting to know their background and their culture. And I'm a media student, so I love social media and posting stuff.
Is that one of the reasons why you run for this position as well, in terms of meeting people?
Yeah, well, one of the reasons why I ran was to meet new people and make friends. Even if I wasn't going to win, I knew I was going to make brilliant friends. But I just really wanted to make a difference and focus on some quite fundamental things in uni that were on my manifesto. And I felt like in my time in uni, I hadn't really done quite enough or as much as I wanted to do, and that's why I decided to run, because I thought that was going to be the most effective way of me making a difference and making things better.
But what kind of point in university did you know you wanted to run?
So I started thinking about it in the first semester of my third year, and basically I started the campaign about free printing. And until that point, I didn't really have anything that was going to get me involved in that respect. And so I started that, and then I started seeing what it was like and going to all the meetings and actually being more involved. And then I spoke to one of the officers, Grace, and I mentioned to her that maybe I could run in the elections. And she was like, yeah, you absolutely should do it. And I was just kind of still wondering whether I should or not. But then her saying so sort of straight away, yeah, you should absolutely do it. I was like, well, maybe I should absolutely do it. And so I think it was about 3-4 months before the actual nominations that I started thinking about it.
And is that something that you would encourage others to do? Is it a good thing?
Absolutely. I really, really wanted to get more involved in uni from the start, but I just never really got around to it. I don't know what stopped me, but it was actually really easy when I started doing it. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, definitely do get involved.
You're from Finland. What's it like coming over to the UK studying?
So I already lived in the UK when I started my studies. I moved here about 6 years ago. Originally I thought it was going to be temporarily, but then I ended up staying for longer, and I always knew that I wanted to go to uni, and then eventually it came to the point where I'd been working full time and I just didn't see any other option but to go back to studying, and I think it was brilliant that I decided to do that, and especially coming to the AIU because I wanted to stay in Cambridge. I already lived here, so it was easy for me to come here. Since there's been some quite big decisions around the world recently, that's when I really started thinking I am an EU student, and it really hit me that how important it is, and that we make sure that people that are EU students and international students feel like they are welcome and feel like they are allowed to be here.
What are your weaknesses? And what do you think you'll need to get better at to be successful in your role?
Oh, it's a really difficult question to start thinking about weaknesses, because I think like even your weaknesses can be turned into positive. Sometimes I might talk too much. That's one of my weaknesses. I do need to listen more, and I've really been trying to improve on that. And some of the other candidates said that in their speeches, and I was like, that's definitely something that I need to focus on. So listening more and maybe doing things well but not too perfectionist.
What's your unique selling point to the Students' Union?
My unique selling point? Well, I'm very social media orientated, and I think the SU needs to improve, bluntly put, needs to improve on their social media, because there's not a lot going on at the moment, and I think that's definitely something that I want to and I will work on, updating their social media, getting communication clearer, because I feel like one of the reasons why I didn't get involved is because I didn't know how, I didn't have the information, I didn't know what events were going on. So that I think I will definitely improve on. That's what I'm going to bring to the team.
Students creating success together is the vision of the Students' Union. What does that mean to you?
I mean, as I've mentioned, inclusivity, bringing students together and getting more students engaged and creating success, creating new policies, creating change, creating things that students want, and basically making students feel like they're listened. I think that is really important.
Thank you so much, Johanna.
No worries.
Nice to meet you, and good luck in the role.
Thank you.